Time now for business. Last day of the trading week, and we can check in to see what's making news. Joining us in the studio, Catherine Francis-Spinett. Morning to you, Catherine.
Good morning.
A big day for China today as it's rolling out 5G technology.
Absolutely will. And China isn't the first country to install 5G technology, but it is the first to commercialise it on such a massive scale. Three major state-owned telecoms companies are opening the network for public use across 50 cities. Camille Nedelec has more on this story.
It's the dawn of a new era in China. 5G is now commercially available for the first time.
The commercial process of 5G is speeding up, with more than 130,000 5G base stations expected to be open nationwide by the end of the year.
5G is 100 times faster than 4G. 10 million users have already pre-registered for the service, and that number is expected to explode to 170 million within the coming months. Customers in major Chinese cities will be able to seamlessly stream feature-length movies on the go, meaning potential big wins for the video gaming and streaming markets. But that's not all.
5G has a role to play in many industries, and it's happening at just the right time.
It could supercharge the development of driverless cars, transport and manufacturing automation, although it will also accelerate the rollout of controversial facial recognition technology. Meanwhile, South Korea, Australia and some parts of the US are still at the pilot phase. The iPhone won't be 5G enabled until next year. Delivered 2 months early, the move sends the message that despite the trade dispute with the US, China can not only survive but thrive without President Donald Trump's blessing. Beijing is expected to invest up to $217 billion on the technology over the next 5 years.
Emotion recognition technology is the new craze in surveillance software. Smart video took the limelight at China's annual Surveillance Expo this week in the city of Shenzhen. The idea behind emotion recognition technology is to analyse someone's mental state. It's aimed to be used at border control and in security situations as a way of identifying levels of aggressiveness or nervousness. The technology doesn't work that well yet. But tech companies around the world, including Google, Microsoft and Apple, are all in the process of developing it. It's now time to take a look at the markets. In Asia, indices staying in positive territory, apart from Tokyo's Nikkei, which slipped this morning by 0.33%. The Hang Seng, as you can see, was up over 0.5%, and the Shanghai Composite also increased almost 1%, possibly on the back of a private survey of factory activity in China, showing that manufacturing expanded more than expected in the month of October. The new data contradicted official numbers, which had said a day earlier that manufacturing activity had in fact shrunk. And we're seeing the Kospi in Seoul also making gains, heading towards an increase of 1%. It's much the same thing over in Europe, where we have positive signs boosted by this trading in Asia. London's FTSE and the DAX in Frankfurt both up by 0.33%, and the CAC 40 edging towards a rise of 0.5%. Apple is launching its new TV streaming service, Apple TV Plus, today in more than 100 countries. It's trying to elbow its way into an already crowded streaming market to beat companies such as Amazon, Netflix and new competitors like Disney Plus and HBO. It's undercutting its rivals, however, with a very low price, just $4.99 a month, but is starting off on the back foot with bad reviews for its original content shows, despite filling them with big-name celebrities like Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. It's a big gamble for the company, which is reportedly spending $6 billion on content. Now, Halloween is just another opportunity in the commercial calendar for companies to come out with themed promotions. But it doesn't always hit the mark. This year, McDonald's got into hot water with a Halloween-themed ice cream dessert they released in Portugal that was called Sunday Bloody Sunday. Bloody Sunday is, of course, the name given to a massacre carried out by British soldiers in Northern Ireland in 1972. The fast food chain apologised and quickly pulled the advert. Just another PR fail from a fast food chain there.
Sometimes you don't even have to try to know it's done in poor taste. Thank you very much, Catherine. Catherine Francis-Spinett with a look at the business news.